First free-to-play boss is going to be Bryophyta, the Moss Giant boss. So for the requirements, we're going to recommend here 50 plus melee stats. You could maybe do it with less, but you're going to take a lot of damage, and it's going to take you a long time to get the fight, so try to shoot for 50. We're also going to recommend 43 prayer here. You will need to use Protect from Magic, but you might want to use Protect from Melee too, even though my guide is just going to be going over to Protect from Magic. And then Dragon Slayer, because you're going to want to use a green dragon hide body during this fight, so you'll need that quest to be able to use it. And then you will need a mossy key to get you into the boss fight, which is a key that can be dropped from killing moss giants. First off, let's go over the equipment. So what we are going to want here is a mix of both defense against melee and defense against magic, as it uses both of those attack tiles. So this is my chosen setup. I think this is pretty good. You want to use rune where you can, and then also green dragon hide for that magic bonus. And then throw on some fighting boots for a little extra defense. Rune scimitar is going to be how we choose to fight it using melee. You can also use ranged if you want, but it is recommended to have a pretty high ranging level, at least level 60. And I figure most free-to-play players probably won't have 60 range. So I'm going to choose to fight it with melee just to show off. Then strength amulet, and this is going to give a nice strength bonus to our attacks. You can also use an amulet of power if maybe you have a lower defense level and you'd like a little extra defense. Amulet of power will work fine as well. And then for cape can be anything. I'm choosing the blue cape. Shout out to Swampletics. And that is going to be what we need for our equipment. The first thing you're going to need is a mossy key. You can get those from drops from moss giants just by killing them. It's a random drop, but you will need one to get into the boss fight. Beyond that, you will also need some sort of an axe or even secutors, but that is only members. So for free to play, obviously bring an axe. And that is for to killing off her minions that she summons. You're going to need this to finish them off, but we'll get to that later. Also bring an anti-poison potion, as she is capable of poisoning you, so you're definitely going to want to bring that. And then also a strength potion, as that's going to help boost your melee. And then the last thing I choose to bring is a Varrock teleport. That way I can just hit teleport either if I have to get out of there, if I'm going to die, or if I'm just done with the fight. And something else to note is that this is in an instance, so if you die, you will not be able to get any of your items back. So be careful if you're bringing any expensive armors, like the god armors or anything, because they're gone if you die. And then lastly, just fill up your inventory with the best food you have. Swordfish or lobsters would be recommended. Alright, now I'm going to show how to get to the Moss Giant boss. So first we're going to start here at the Varrock sewer entrance, if you don't know where that is. Right here on the Varrock map, right beside the castle. So we're going to go ahead and go in. Alright, and we are here. And I will show you where it is on the map in case you're wondering. So we started right here and we walked all the way through and got to there. And just so you're aware, you will need a slash weapon to get through the web. So if you are using range, make sure you have a slash weapon. Of course, you will need an axe anyway, but just keep that in mind. Alright, now we are going to fight the boss. And go ahead and say, let's go in. Drink our strength potion. And drink our poison. And we're going to start attacking. And what we want to do here is also turn on Protect from Magic, because she will use a lot of magic attacks, so this is going to help us out here. And basically you just want to brute force her down, and eventually here she is going to summon some minions, and we will have to kill them before we can damage her at all. So just keep doing as much damage as possible. Don't forget to eat food if you need to. And we're just going to kind of sit through this. Okay, here are the minions. So now, as soon as the minions come out, we got to attack them. And then you're going to have to use your axe to finish them off. So I'm actually going to turn off auto retaliate here to make sure my guy keeps attacking the little creatures. And then once you get them down to 0, you just right click your axe and say use, and use it on the creature, and that will finish it off. Eat a piece of food here, as I'm getting a little bit low on health. Use the axe, finish it off, and then go right back to attacking the boss. She can only spawn 3 creatures at a time, but she can do it multiple times, so depending on how long the fight takes, you might have to fight multiple creatures. Go ahead and keep attacking down. Here's another spawn of the creature, so go ahead and turn your attention to them. Get ready with your axe. And also, your prayer might run out on this, so you need to be aware that you might start taking more damage. So just keep an eye on everything. Not really too hard of a boss, but if you are free to play and you're kind of just starting to get into this bossing thing, just a good idea to keep track of your health and to know when your prayer is going to run out. Alright, finish off the last minion and then go back to attacking the boss. And that is it. And then we'll get our drop. So there we go, 200 Chaos Runes and Big Bones. And that is how you kill Bryophyta, the Moss Giant boss.